Have you got a minute? You know, I am so angry with my parents. They did not give me a hyphen in any of my names. And everybody today has a hyphen in their name, as this gentleman does. But we should have put a hyphen in real life. That way we could have had a hyphen in our title.
Oh, we might have to do that.
So glad you tuned us in today, because I want to talk to John Lowry-King about something that's going on in our church, of which he is the head man. I'm talking about Serve at the First Baptist Church in Lancaster, Texas. We got this organization that we've called Serve with no hyphens. It's sending emergency relief to victims everywhere. John, tell me what's going on.
Well, it's exciting. It's really exciting. Serve has been going on at First Baptist for over a year now, but there's only been one project, and through Alton, through his contacts, Alton Dixon at the city, he told us about a couple here in Lancaster that was about to get fined by the city because of the sad state of affairs of their fence, and so we offered to fix it for them, and that's what we did. And through that whole process, or we're actually in the middle of fixing the fence now, but through that process of beginning and getting permits and enlisting people, we have made contacts with the city of Lancaster, and they want to partner with us, and the Lions Club has helped us out, and we're hoping that the Lions Club will partner with us. A little Spanish Baptist church across the street from this house wants to wants to partner with us and work with us, and we're looking to go out to other churches and enlist other churches in this organization. My vision for the organization, and this is my vision, and there's a committee, there's 3 on our committee, but so a third of us believe that that for the next year, or maybe year and a half, or even 2 years, until we really get our feet under us with this organization, I'd like for us to focus on the city limits of Lancaster, Texas, and First Baptist Church and other churches and other organizations that join with us, that's what we would do, and helping people who need help. And we've got a group of men and women who are skilled builders and just virtual engineers, fixer-uppers, and handymen, and so our target is going to be people whose house needs painting, or they've let their yard go to pot and it needs mowing, and
or a ramp for their wheelchair,
or a ramp for their wheelchair, or repairs on their house or their property that people that truly cannot afford it and are unable to do it. And that's the case with this couple, as they were unable to afford it.
And we're going to charge these people exactly what Jesus charged for his miracle.
Exactly right. That's exactly right.
Zero.
And although you're not even aware of this yet, when we got ready to leave the work site this past Saturday, and just so the folks at home know that we'll be going back on the 30th of this month to finish the fence, but the lady came out and she was talking to Betty and a couple of other ladies that were there, and she said, do y'all like tamales? And everybody went, yeah. And she said, well, my sister makes tamales, and when y'all come back, we'll have tamales for everybody.
Yay!
Homemade
I'll be there.
Tamales. That's exactly right. And they're gonna have the sauce for them and everything. So I mean, just them wanting to do that for us is, and they were so grateful and so gracious to allow us to spend all day working in their yard, So,
well, I'm playing dumb. You obviously know, because I was there and I wanted to be in on it, although I have absolutely zero talent when it comes to hammers and nails and all those other tools. I can't
I saw you carrying
I don't know them.
You carried some
I
stuff.
carried trash pretty well. But it was just beautiful the way In fact, I've often compared it to Tom Sawyer painting the picket fence.
Right.
He didn't want to have to do it, and he was out there painting, and pretty soon all his friends in the neighborhood came up and wanted to help.
Yeah.
And the pastor of the Spanish church across the street gave us his house, his church, so we could eat, use the restroom,
Inside,
park
yeah.
in his parking lot. And then he said, I want to be a part of this.
That's
We
exactly
want
right.
our church to partner with
That's
you.
exactly right.
And then Marvin, our foreman,
Yes.
has already figured out that they probably need some paint done inside, because we went inside the fellowship hall.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're going to see if we can help them.
Awesome.
You got anything else on the
I just wanted to say that if you're a person that's handy around the house or not, if you can sweep or pick up trash, but this sounds like something you'd like to be involved in, it's probably going to be a project a month, something like that is what I imagine it to be. We would love to hear from you, and we're going to put the website right down below us here, but it's servedisasterrelief.org, or you can go to fblancaster.org, and there's a link to the Serve website there. And on either one of those, you can use the contact form and say, I'm interested in this Serve project, and what do I need to do to be a part? And we would love to have you be a part of it. I also brought Dan, for the second section of the show today, a little slideshow that shows some photos of the work we did and photos of the previous project we did this past year down in Eddy, Texas. So if it's all right, we could kind of roll that right now.
Let's do it. That's good.
Okay, all right. And so we'll roll that, and then we'll be back with Alton Dixon.
Okay, that's good.
All right.
See you in a minute. Welcome back. I am so glad that I have at my guest, our co-host, Alton Dixon, pastor of Faith Chapel.
Yes.
Church that meets inside our church.
Yes.
We are so happy to have our brothers and sisters there every Sunday, and they come early and they stay after we're gone. They meet all day long Sunday. Well, listen, brother, we've had some response to our program.
Yes.
People are watching, and they're sending us some questions. I think you've got one there somewhere.
Yes, we have a question here.
All right.
And the question is, a viewer writes in, I look around every day and see so much anger, hate, and violence in the world. Please help us as Christians to have an appropriate response.
Wow. The first thing I think of, just off the top of my head, is that's the very world Jesus was born into.
Wow.
Jesus had a price on his head from day one. Herod wanted to kill him so bad that he killed all the little children 2 years of age and under in the hopes of getting Jesus in the process.
Wow.
And everywhere he went, people were trying to kill him. Don't you see this?
Yes. I mean, if you look at just what happened when there was a few days ago over in New Zealand.
New Zealand,
with the shootings.
Our Muslim brothers and sisters were gunned down in their mosque
while they were worshiping in the temple.
Yeah.
And so things like this is we really have to make sure we're not only praying, but also displaying love and unity. I think that'll be key to what we need to do.
Jesus said to his followers, I want you to be harmless as doves and wise as serpents. I quoted that to a lady the other day, and she said, as serpents? To her, a snake wasn't anything to compare to Jesus.
Right.
I think she got the point, because we all have the idea that snakes are sneaky.
Right.
And but he wants us to be wise, but we don't hurt people. We're not going. You never have knocked off a convenience store, have you?
No.
Never shot anybody.
No, not one time a day.
And I don't think
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Yet.
I want y'all to know I'm a lover, not a fighter.
What do you tell people, Alton, when they say, I'm afraid to go out my front door?
I tell them that, we have to have faith that Jesus will protect us and cover us, and we have to go about our daily lives. But, just like with anything, I would say be vigilant, like the Bible says, and be watchful over where you go and what you do. It's really a sad time when you had to do that. I remember coming up in a time where you could leave your latch door open. You could leave your garage open or something.
My daddy never took the keys out of his car.
I mean, come on. You can't do that now.
No.
Yeah. And so, it's the time we living in. But, I really believe that God protects his children and keeps us,
And of course, somebody who's watching might want to think, I know a Christian family that were all killed by a drunk driver. And the only answer to that, in my opinion, is it's a fallen world.
Yes.
That's why little babies at Scottish Rite Hospital in Dallas have no hair on their heads because they have cancer and they're 4 years old, and there's just nothing right about that.
Right.
But Jesus told us, I send you out like sheep among the wolves. Who are the wolves?
You know who the wolves are. We have a lot of wolves.
Oh my goodness.
But, thank God for the shepherd who keeps the wolves away.
You're much smarter with email and phones and technology than I am. But it just amazes me how somebody who will not go to school, did not stay in school, is always a small-time thief, and now he's figured out how to write to me on my phone or my email and tell me that I can have $1 million if I'll just send him $50.
Right.
Yeah, it's another scam.
Another scam.
And people are just amazingly evil.
Yeah.
Without Christ.
And I liken that to what the Bible talks about, how God doesn't repent for giving a gift. Yeah. And so there are a lot of gifted people, but just because you're gifted don't mean you're godly.
Yeah.
And so we have to watch out for just dealing with gifted people and not watching their character and integrity.
Yeah.
Because just because you're given a gift doesn't automatically make you a man or woman of character and integrity.
I think all of us know somebody, or we've heard a story about somebody who was martyred. And as you know, the Greek word for martyr is martyrion, and it meant a witness. So the word for martyr came out of a witness word in Greek. And so it is the greatest witness. In Revelation, the martyrs speak from underneath the altar to the throne to say, when are we going to get revenge? And the Spirit said to them, a little longer.
See, I love listening to Dr. Griffin because it's always like I'm in seminary, and I love seminary.
Get out.
And so I get new information to preach and help me with my sermon. Y'all just don't know. I couldn't pull out my phone and take notes because I'm on camera, but trust me, it's up here, and I'm going to write it down as soon as we finish. Love you.
Well, I love you too. We hope that by being together, that we are showing the world you can get along if you just halfway try.
Yes.
I want you to know you'll be welcome at his church or my church, and they're right next to each other in the same building.
Yes.
Until then, God loves you so much,
Don't forget,
just like you are.
reallifelancaster@gmail.com. Please email us at reallifelancaster@gmail.com. Listen, compliments, questions, whatever you have, email us. We would love to hear from you.
And we love you too.